Zhang Yi said, "My space ability can help me assist in shooting, increase the range and attack power. It can even cause some damage to mutants. Unless they are the enhanced and orc mutants with extremely strong defense, I can cause some damage to other mutants. Not to mention that Zhang Yi now has a large number of origin bullets and holy silver bullets in his hands." Chen Xiaoxiao nodded, and then a happy smile appeared on her face. "Then we are so lucky. We can be on the same team with you." Peng Li next to him blinked curiously. "Hey? Why?" Chen Xiaoxiao explained calmly. "With a space mutant in the team, logistics and supplies will not be a problem. In other words, we can fight outside for a long time." And from Zhang Yi's introduction, it is not difficult to see that he is a defensive counterattack type mutant. He is better at defense than attack. In this way, we will be safer by his side. Peng Li nodded, and her eyes became much softer when she looked at Zhang Yi. "So that's how it is." Zhang Yi gradually understood their personalities in his contact with the two of them. Chen Xiaoxiao looked like a team leader who liked to take the initiative. But fortunately, she was very smart, and her logic was clear. Dealing with smart people was always what Zhang Yi liked to do. Zhang Yi looked at Liang Yue and introduced her. "This is Liang Yue. She is a reinforcement ability user and a martial arts master. There doesn't seem to be anything else worth introducing, right?" Zhang Yi said, looking at Liang Yue with a smile. Liang Yue's ability was indeed quite simple, just the most common reinforcement ability. But her own combat power was too strong. It could even be said that even if she didn't have superpowers, she could fight against a level 2 beta-level mutant with her own kung fu. Sometimes, Zhang Yi was also thinking that with such a talent, once she gained a close-range advantage, she might be able to kill someone at a higher level. Zhang Yi swallowed silently. He had to be nicer to Liang Yue in the future. But from the past to now, he had been trying his best to win over Liang Yue. Peng Li and Chen Xiaoxiao didn't react much, but just nodded at Liang Yue. There was nothing surprising about the reinforcement mutant in their eyes, and they didn't quite understand what the concept of martial arts grandmaster was. "So what about it?" Chen Xiaoxiao suddenly pointed at Flower on Zhang Yi's knee. Her eyes flashed with wisdom, and she smiled. "Don't tell me that this is just a pet. No pet can withstand the ultra-low temperature of -60 degrees, and you don't seem like the kind of man who would not forget to bring a pet out to play at such a critical moment." Zhang Yi smiled faintly. "You have good insight. Indeed, my Flower is not an ordinary cat." Peng Li asked, "Is it the cat in Wang Wei's poem?" Seeing everyone's strange eyes, she curled her lips. "Isn't it okay to be naughty?" Chen Xiaoxiao quickly explained to Zhang Yi and Liang Yue, "Her personality has always been like this, don't mind it. It doesn't matter." Zhang Yi stroked Flower. "It's a mutant. If it is classified according to the level of human superpowers, it is also at the Delta level. Flower can evolve by devouring mutants, which obviously meets the standard of the Delta level." "That's great!" Chen Xiaoxiao stared at Flower with some excitement. "In this way, our team will have 5 Delta-level fighters, and there is also a rare space system. Now, our probability of obtaining mission points will be higher than other teams." Peng Li also smiled and said, "Then we also have a chance to take Linhai City?" Chen Xiaoxiao nodded. "Yes, that's it." Zhang Yi just smiled and said nothing. Chen Xiaoxiao couldn't wait to say to Zhang Yi, "Then let's look at the information together a few more times. Let's discuss it together. Brainstorming is always better than looking at it alone." "Okay, then let's look at it together." Zhang Yi smiled and looked at Chen Xiaoxiao and Peng Li and spoke slowly. "However, should we talk about teamwork first?" He spread his hands. "I mean, I hope you two can understand. Since we have become members of a team, you must follow my orders when we act." Since they met, Chen Xiaoxiao has been actively trying to take the initiative. and Zhang Yi did not object, just smiled and followed her rhythm. It's not that he is stupid, it's just that he doesn't care. This so-called team is not that important to him, because until now, Zhu Zheng and others don't know his true strength. Maybe in the next action, Zhang Yi may not be able to wipe out several members of Eclipse, but when he wants to leave, no one can hurt his life. However, if Chen Xiaoxiao and Peng Li want to team up with him, they have to listen to him. As soon as Zhang Yi said this, Chen Xiaoxiao's eyes suddenly became sharp. Peng Li also stared at Zhang Yi with a serious expression. In the end, the right to speak in the team is still a topic that cannot be avoided. Chen Xiaoxiao wanted to control the rhythm all the time, naturally become the person in charge of the team, and let Zhang Yi become the nominal captain. But it is obvious that Zhang Yi will not listen to her so easily. Chen Xiaoxiao said, "Your ability is indeed very rare and strong. As the captain, we respect your opinion. But if you make an inappropriate decision during the mission, we also have the right to correct you." These words seem to be correct. We listen to you, but if you are wrong, we have to correct you and let you follow our meaning. But after careful consideration, they still have the initiative. To put it bluntly, they do not intend to accept the leadership of Zhang Yi as the captain. Zhang Yi's face is still that calm smile. In that case, there is no need for us to act together. He spread his hands and said, "You two can act freely at that time, and there is no need to be with us. After all, according to the team configuration, I, Liang Yue, and Flower are only one person less than the regular four-person configuration." He looked at Liang Yue next to him and stroked Flower, who was sleeping soundly on his thigh. "Besides, we are originally a team, and we have a tacit understanding of cooperation. They will also act according to my orders. So it doesn't matter if you two are more or less. People with different ideologies cannot work together. You think so too, right?" Chen Xiaoxiao's eyes flashed with a gleam of astonishment. Peng Li looked at Zhang Yi in surprise and shouted, "Are you serious? This mission is extremely difficult. All the 10 teams that took action before were wiped out. We can only increase our chances of survival by sticking together. Originally, the 5 of us, beasts, should have had the best chance of completing the mission. It's not good for any of us to split up like this." Zhang Yi leaned back on the sofa slowly, crossed his legs and said, "But you don't recognize me as the captain. Everyone is disunited, and being together will only drag each other down." "What's the point?" Chen Xiaoxiao said calmly. "We have been in contact for too short a time, and it is not convenient to get along. But if there are more people, it can always guarantee a higher chance of survival." The arc of Zhang Yi's mouth became bigger. Liang Yue couldn't help laughing. She looked at Chen Xiaoxiao and Liang Yue with some pity, thinking, "Do you know who you are talking to? Today Zhang Yi is a top-notch master in the entire Jiangnan region. Especially his unique skill of saving his life, anyone who sees him will curse. The top Delta-class mutants, whose defense is 10 times their attack power, would be a headache for even the legendary Epsilon-class mutants. If you don't believe me, you can ask Yuan Kongye. Are you talking about the chance of survival in front of him?" Zhang Yi didn't want them to follow him, as that would affect his actions, but he couldn't refuse to form groups, as that would arouse suspicion from others. So Zhang Yi said, "Okay, we can act together. But if there are disagreements, you can act on your own. Don't worry about us." Chen Xiaoxiao couldn't help it. As a shrewd team leader, she thought Zhang Yi's approach was too childish. "Zhang Yi, this is not a joke. This is a life-and-death crisis. You can't put everyone in a dangerous environment just because you are angry with us." Zhang Yi sighed softly. He sat up straight and supported his chin with both hands. "I can only tell you that my ability to save my life can definitely keep me and my people alive in this operation." So do you think I have an obligation to protect those who don't follow my orders? Zhang Yi's words were straightforward enough. If they still don't understand, Zhang Yi won't waste words with them. You said, you can definitely guarantee that you and them will survive? Chen Xiaoxiao held her chin with one hand and began to think. Not long after, she took a deep breath. I understand. So that's how it is. Peng Li asked quietly. What do you understand? Chen Xiaoxiao looked at Zhang Yi and said with emotion, this is the advantage of the space system ability. Didn't he mention it before? He can travel through space. In other words, if things go wrong, just run away. Given the rarity of the space system, as long as he wants to escape, basically no one can kill him. Maybe the other side has that kind of mutant, but with the God Squad attracting the frontal firepower, Eclipse Moon can't go all out to hunt him down. In this way, isn't he invincible? Peng Li glanced at Zhang Yi with a strange look in her eyes and whispered, what a coward. Zhang Yi, is it possible that I can hear it? I did it on purpose. Peng Li smiled at him with a smug look on her face. Zhang Yi. It was a speechless event. After careful consideration, Chen Xiaoxiao made a decision. All right. Next, during the mission, we will act according to your orders. But if your orders are too outrageous, we will part ways with you. How about we all go our separate ways? Zhang Yi nodded. Okay, deal.